Ever feel like your brain is constantly getting hijacked by notifications, quick fix trends, and endless scrolling, leaving you exhausted and second guessing every choice you make? We are constantly bombarded with invitations on who to listen to, how to live, and what will make us happy. But how do we actually filter out the noise and make choices we won't regret? Stick with me until the end of this video, and you'll walk away with a foolproof mental filter to instantly separate cheap, temporary traps from the choices that build genuine, stress-free success. First, we have to look at the two competing forces in our lives, which an ancient text in Proverbs 9 describes as two women hosting rival feasts, wisdom and folly. Think of wisdom as the ultimate, intentional host. She builds a solid house, prepares a rich, nourishing meal, and sets a beautiful table. Folly, on the other hand, is loud, lazy, and completely undisciplined. She doesn't cook anything. She just sits at her door, shouting to get your attention. It's the classic choice we face every day. Do we invest time in building something of real substance? Or do we pull up a seat for the loud, flashy distraction that offers zero actual value? Second, how do you tell if you're actually growing wiser or just staying stuck? There's a simple diagnostic test. How do you react when someone calls you out or corrects you? The text says, "A mocker hates being corrected and will lash out at you, but a wise person actually appreciates the feedback and loves you for it." If you instruct a wise person, they get even wiser. So the next time someone offers constructive criticism, instead of immediately firing back a defensive comment or a clever comeback, take a breath. Listening and learning from feedback is literally the fast track to getting ahead. Now, here's a quick, surprising fact that most people get completely wrong. Proverbs says wisdom built her house with 7 pillars. If you search the internet, you'll find tons of people trying to list what those 7 principles are. But in ancient biblical times, the number 7 didn't mean a self-help checklist. It was a poetic symbol for completeness and perfection. Saying her house has 7 pillars just means wisdom's foundation is flawlessly stable. It lacks absolutely nothing. You don't need a complicated 7-step routine. You just need to align with a perfect, solid foundation. Which brings us to our third point. Beware of the stolen water trap. Folly doesn't offer a real feast. Instead, she whispers, stolen water is sweet, and food eaten in secret is delicious. She appeals directly to our senses and our desire for instant, hidden gratification. It's the shortcut, the cheat code, the secret compromise we think nobody will find out about. It feels exciting in the moment, but the ancient text drops a heavy truth bomb. Folly's guests don't realize they are actually stepping into a grave. The temporary high of a shortcut always ends in a long-term crash. Finally, what's the starting point of this whole strategy? It all begins with what the text calls the fear of the Lord. Now, fear here doesn't mean cowering in terror. It means living in absolute awe, respect, and healthy humility before God. It's acknowledging that we don't know everything and that there is a bigger design to life than just our own immediate desires. When you have that foundation of reverence, true understanding, and a long, rewarding life naturally follow. So, the next time you're about to make a big decision, ask yourself, am I pulling up to wisdom's table, or am I falling for folly's quick fix delivery? If you found this helpful, hit that like button, share this with a friend who needs a quick wisdom check today, and drop a comment letting me know which of these steps resonated with you the most.